Never do all your charity in one place. Don't do all your giving in one direction. You might be a very generous person, generous soul, but ensure that when you give, be like the rain. When the rain pours, it doesn't pour on one house, it doesn't pour on one person, it pours on everybody. It nourishes the plants, the humans, the environment is everything around is blessed by the rain. When we want to be a blessing to people. When there's only one recipient of your generosity, let me tell you this and listen. You are not being generous, you are being robbed. You know, you may wonder why oftentimes the story is the same when it comes to people going out of their way to help others. I've experienced it and I've heard a lot of people experience the same thing. And this is the story. You help people, you help a person, you invest in a person, you pull them out of trouble, you pour and pour and pour and pour into them. And then the day you stop pouring to them, you become a bad person. It's not only my own story, it's a story of every human being in this world. We've all experienced it. Maybe not all of us, but most of us have experienced it. Have experienced people that were very generous to, who turned around and stabbed in the back or bad mouthed us, keep bad mouthing us. That's because you were giving, but they were stealing. You thought you were giving to them, but they were simply stealing from you. You can't expect a man or a woman who came to you with a big fat lie just to get you to give him or her things. You can't expect him to be grateful, even if he prostrates, genuflects, and to tell you thank you, pray for you and tell everybody, she's such a generous soul. He's not generous. He just thinks you're stupid. Don't be everything to one person. Never be everything. In fact, it's very, very important for your own safety. It's not because you want to give to a lot of people because you don't want, because you need to be safe. Don't be so much in the person's life to the point that they don't want to pray to God anymore. All they need to do is to come to you and their problems will be solved. I made that mistake many years ago. Not too long ago, anyway. I came out of it not too long ago, where I did not realize that's what I was doing, but I stood between that person and God. And as time passed on, God told me to pull back, but I'll be like, this person needs a lot of support. This person needs help. This person doesn't have this. This person doesn't have that. And God told me, pull back, pull back. It wasn't just one person, actually, it was a number of people, but there was one particular person that stayed the longest. And he told me to pull back, pull back, pull back. I was just always thinking, but they need help. But they need help. But they cannot. And one day God told me, do you love them more than me? They are not your people, they are my people. I still felt reluctance. It now went from they don't have help, to how will it seem? How will it look like? What would they think if I don't help? I'll keep on enjoying my stories in bits. But the Lord told me pull back. And as time passed by, I started noticing, the things these people do. Some of them will, I started noticing certain things, and I'm like, this is not right. This is not right. One day God told me, he said, this person, please, pardon me if my story is sounding, if it's going here and there, because I'm trying my best not to be specific. Okay, so the Lord told me one day, said, anytime I want to flog this person, it is you I flog, because you keep on blocking the way. Anytime I want to flog this person, God told me, anytime I want to beat her, I beat you. My eyes started clearing small. I didn't finish clearing, because I'm overgiving, overloving, over caring, Thank God I've been healed of all of the hurts. What happened was that if she has done something wrong and God has decided to deprive her of some things, she comes to me. And then I give. If she has done something wrong and God said, she comes to me, then I give. You know, at some point, I started having less to give because I was not helping God. I was not helping God the right way. I was not working in God's purpose. I was working against God's purpose because of generosity, because of kindness. Brothers and sisters, friends, be careful. You know, Jesus is our example as Christians. Jesus is our example. And I don't know where Jesus Christ now picked one person that was giving to feeding, clothing every day. He had disciples, they were all working together, they were on a mission. That's a different thing. It's not like you have one person in the church who's on benevolence and the entire family are paying all their school fees. They'll tell you thank you. Thank you. Unless God sends you. But be careful. Be careful. Don't be anybody's God. I don't realize that I'm taking God's place in certain people's lives. So much so that they could live in sin and do a wonder of things and just that, oh, this person would always, so long as she will give you. Don't worry. Don't be that person because you can stop having. In fact, not like you can, you will stop having. So that's it, really. Be like the rain. Less plenty boy. Me, I want to do benevolence. I want to give clothes to orphans. I'll go there with a bag of clothes and just dump it there. The kind of clothes I'll carry there to the orphanage, I know that I cannot have those number of children. They lie. I'll still drop all the clothes there. It's not foolishness. It's not foolishness. Some people that will even look at the clothes and they begin to think of who they can sell the clothes to. Some will steal the clothes because let's have wisdom, Sha. The Lord be with us all.